There's a moment early in the new Naked Gun film where Liam Neeson's character delivers a stone-cold one-liner while the world crumbles around him. It's absurd, deadpan, and utterly hilarious. And that pretty much sums up the brilliance of this 2025 reboot. A film that doesn't just tap into nostalgia, but rewrites the rulebook on how legacy comedies should be done. Unlike so many sequels that rely entirely on fans remembering the original, The Naked Gun isn't a slave to its past. It respects its roots, sure, a passing gag here, a nod to a taxidermied beaver there, but it never pauses to explain or overindulge in the callback. It just keeps the momentum going, moving from one joke to the next with relentless energy. You don't need to have seen the originals to get it. If you have, great. If not, you're still in for a ridiculously fun ride. And somehow, against all odds, this movie pushes its PG-13 rating to the brink, and then some. The filmmakers understand that true comedy doesn't need to be raunchy to land hard. Instead of leaning on profanity or shock value, the script mines gold from innuendo, clever phrasing, and razor-sharp timing. It's cheeky without being crude and naughty without ever crossing the line. It manages to feel rebellious even within its rating boundaries, a balancing act few films attempt, let alone pull off. The real magic of The Naked Gun lies in its complete and unapologetic embrace of silliness. There's no time wasted on long-winded emotional arcs or deep character studies, not because the filmmakers don't care, but because they know why we showed up. We want to laugh. And laugh you will. Whether it's a chili dog mishap that somehow becomes a plot point or a surreal musical number that blindsides you halfway through a scene, the movie is jam-packed with moments that dare you to keep a straight face. Even when the film flirts with sentimentality, it does so with a wink. Just when you think it's about to get serious, it swerves into a completely ridiculous bit, like a parody of Jack Frost with a wildly inappropriate twist. It knows what it is. Doesn't pretend to be anything else. One of the film's greatest strengths? Visual gags. The Naked Gun doesn't just rely on dialogue, it uses the frame. Blink and you'll miss half the jokes. There's always something happening in the background. Signage, props, physical comedy, and absurd set pieces that reward multiple viewings. A gag involving a crane game reaches cartoon-level brilliance, and a running joke about a coffee cup spirals into pure chaos by the third act. It's a reminder that film is a visual medium, and few comedies today use that to their advantage. But don't mistake its zaniness for laziness. The writing here is surprisingly tight. Wordplay abounds. Puns hit hard. And the dialogue is stacked with lines you'll be quoting for days. One moment it's highbrow, the next it's dumb on purpose, and both somehow land. Unlike many modern comedies that rely heavily on improv and meandering banter, this script is purposeful. Every beat is placed for maximum impact. You can feel the fingerprints of writers who care deeply about the rhythm of a joke. The film's brand of humor feels oddly timeless. Sure, there are a few topical references, electric cars, viral moments, a sly jab at Janet Jackson's infamous wardrobe malfunction, but the real laughs come from slapstick, absurdity, and jokes that could have worked in any era. Comedy that doesn't rely on relevance to hit. And that's rare. Which brings us to parody. If you've ever suffered through the likes of Disaster Movie or Meet the Spartans, you know how far the spoof genre has fallen. Those films didn't parody, they just name-dropped. The Naked Gun understands what true satire looks like. Target something, cop dramas, spy thrillers, over-serious franchises. It nails their tone, their style, their rhythm, then twists it all into absurdity. It's parody with a point, not just a reference checklist. That's a big reason it works. Midway through the film, Neeson's character kneels in front of a photo of Leslie Nielsen, a moment of sincerity that hits harder than you'd expect. He wants to follow in his father's footsteps but still forge his own path. That's not just the character talking, it's the movie itself. The Naked Gun 2025 doesn't copy the original trilogy. It builds from it. It honors Nielsen's legacy without trying to replace him. For newcomers, it's an entry point. For longtime fans, it's a respectful and very funny continuation. And the performances? Spot on. Neeson, known for his stoic action roles, plays everything completely straight. That's the secret sauce. Like Neeson before him, he delivers every line with the gravitas of a serious drama, and that's exactly what makes it so funny. He's not playing at comedy, he's playing through it. The supporting cast follows suit. Pamela Anderson shines in full femme fatale mode, never once winking at the camera. Paul Walter Hauser, Danny Houston, and even Dave Bautista in a blink and you miss cameo all bring unexpected layers of commitment to their chaos. By now, you're probably wondering, is this really the best comedy of 2025? Let's put it this way. In an age when most so-called comedies are really dramas with a few sarcastic lines, The Naked Gun stands out like a beacon. It's unapologetically funny. Not sometimes. Constantly. Pacing is tight, just 85 minutes and not a second is wasted. Throws jokes at you like dodgeballs. Some will miss. Most will hit. And some will hit so hard you'll miss the next one because you're still laughing from the last. Even the end credits squeeze out a few extra laughs. It's that relentless. So, what joke made you laugh the hardest? Was it the chili dog explosion? The crane game catastrophe? Or maybe just Liam Neeson in pigtails delivering a threat with the seriousness of a Shakespearean monologue? Share your favorite moment in the comments. I'm curious to know what cracked you up most.